Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are doing well. We have a test tomorrow. So I'm hoping you took this seriously and you spent some time going through the first part of your study guide. I'm going to give you a choice this week. If you can all get me in your work today, okay? Every single person gets me their work today. I'm not going to assign any work on Thursday. It's going to be a free day. So listen, it's not going to be a lot today, but just try to get it in as soon as you can. Please don't wait till midnight. I'm still getting like 6 or 7 of you that are sending me your work at 1 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. I don't know how you guys are doing that. But anyways, let's get to our studying. So here are your answers to your study guide. Pause this video as often as you like throughout this so that you can figure out if you're getting any of these right, if you're getting any of them wrong, and if you need me to help you with anything. So again, pause this video at any time. I used to just post the picture, and now I find I can actually use my camera, and then I can kind of talk about each of these problems. So you'll notice down at the bottom, this is the only one that was or equal to, and I want you to check all those solution sets. So again, feel free to pause, go back, check. Here are your answers to 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 8 can be done a lot of different ways, but I just find keeping it as a fraction just makes more sense for me. So there you go. Again, feel free to pause and check off your work. All right, so today's lesson is going to be a review lesson. Basically, all we're going to do is do some problems from the past. And as long as we take our time, I have a feeling that a lot of these problems will be on the test tomorrow. So let me set up this camera. I'm going to try to give it an angle that I can work. And let's try some of these problems we haven't done in a long time. So let's start with number 10. It says factor completely. Whenever I factor completely, I like to do this setup. It's kind of reverse distributing. So let's take a look. Let's factor, make trees for 12b and 32. Let's make all the factors for 12b. Well, first of all, we have b. Then we have 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. Okay, we got those. And then 32, we have 1 and 32, 2 times 16, and 4 times 8. And I know we haven't done any factoring in a long time because I haven't seen you, but what is the greatest common factor here? What is the greatest factor they both share? Well, it looks like they don't both share a 12, they don't both share a 6, but they both share a 4. So I'm going to make that my GCF of 4. And now, how do we figure out what goes inside? Well, you guys came up with a good way. You said, look at the number you circled and look at the number directly next to it. So this first one's going to be 3. Don't forget that B. 3B and 8. So see if you can get all that work in. Hopefully that makes some sense to you. Do you remember how to check it? If you're not sure, just think of the distributive property. What's 4 times 3B? 12B. What's 4 times 8? 32. You're good. You're good to go. Okay. So we do have a bunch of questions we're going to work on today. We have 9, 11, 12, and 13. I wish I could ask you guys which one you would like to do, but just looking at them, I'm assuming you're probably going to want me to do 13. So let's take a look at it. It says there are 239 cars in the parking lot. Of these cars, 27% are blue. About how many cars are blue? Well, there's our about word. I know you guys are good at this. You're like, oh, I know what about means. It means to estimate. So you're going to write the word estimate, and guess what you're going to forget to do? Estimate. So let's estimate before we do anything. What is this closest to? Now, there's a couple numbers I would go with. I would go with 240, 250, but I'm going to make my life really easy, and I'm going to go to 200 because this 3 tells the 2, hey, stay. So I'm going to round to the nearest hundreds. Instead of 27%, you could go to 25, but I'm just going to go to 30 just to keep my life easy. And now it's time to estimate how many cars are blue. Well, about 30% are blue. So how do we do that? Well, we learned a long time ago, whenever we see this symbol or we talk about percent, we can use this formula. Part over whole equals percent over 100. We call that formula the percent proportion. So a proportion we know are two equal fractions or two equal ratios. What we're going to want to do is plug our numbers into this proportion where they belong. So where do you think that 30, oh, it's got a percent symbol. We know where that goes. That goes where the percent is. So let's put it right above 100. What about the 200? Is that part of all the cars, or is that like all the cars in the parking lot? And I know what you're thinking. That was the whole. And so really there's an X here, and this X here is what we've got to figure it out. You guys can do your cross multiplication if you want, but I remember back in class we tried to figure out, hey, is there a way we can just figure it out using what we know in math? So 100 times what is 200? Times 2. What's 30 times 2? 60. So we're going to say there's about 60 blue cars. And again, my suggestion to you might be take your time, pause this, go back. There's other ways to do it. You can definitely cross multiply and then divide, but I find this to be the easiest. So for today, would you go ahead and try numbers 9, 11, and 12? Let's keep going. Let's go to the next page. We have 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's a lot of review questions. My suggestion is to try a couple. So I'm going to suggest, sorry about that, I'm going to suggest 14 would be a good one to try. Matter of fact, how about this? I will leave this up to you. You do as many of these review questions as you would like. They will be on Wednesday's test, but instead of me giving you the amounts that I want you to work, I'll let you decide. If you have a couple extra minutes, you want to do all of them, that's up to you. Hey, listen, if you don't want to do any of them, that's up to you. Test tomorrow, though. And do me a favor. When you post your answers today, I'm going to give you feedback. Check the feedback. A lot of you are posting your work and then you're done. And I'm throwing some feedback your way and you're not responding, which means you're getting them wrong the first time and you don't know it. So go back when I grade you and see what I have to say. All right, you guys have a great Tuesday, and I will talk to you later.